Hello everyone, welcome to WOW 2 Days Free Training Class. My name is Susan Fawemi and I'm the CEO and Creative Director of WOW Couture and the Head Coach at WOW Fashion School. I want to welcome you to this class and I pray God will give you the understanding and the know-how to apply everything you learn and give you the zeal to do them, to bring about growth in your business. Amen. Okay, so we'll be talking about a lot of things that will help your fitting and measurement skill. So the first thing is knowing key points to measure when you are measuring a client. So it has to do like the bust, the shoulder, the waist, hips, and the corset line. So you need to know all these points and understand how they correlate together. Then also taking accurate measurements. Now we have physical measurements where you take the measurement on the client yourself, or you do a visual measurement where the person has someone assisting the person or by themselves to take the measurement while you watch so that you can tell them exactly where to take the measurements you need. Now, just working with a random measurement can cost you ill-fitting dresses, but if you take the measurement yourself and you apply that measurement, you have everything done right. So compare measurements. Now, when someone tells you or you have taken a measurement or someone has taken the measurement for them and they tell you that there is size 14, you should know a standard measurement that every size 14 wears. So you can compare it with the measurement they've given you if you didn't take the measurement yourself. So comparing a measurement with standard measurement can give you a guide on what the measurement should look like. Then also remeasuring. After sewing, it's paramount for you to measure again to make sure that all those measurements are in place. Sometimes if you're not sewing yourself, giving someone else to do, like a tailor, they won't be as detailed as you will be. So it's just for you to remeasure the outfit before sending it out or before the client comes, so that clothes always comes out perfect. Then achieving standard fit, there's design allowance and there's ease allowance. Now when it comes to design allowance, there are some style that you want to make and there are some required allowance that you need. For example, if you're doing like a structured sleeve, you don't do a structured sleeve and it's slapping on the person's body. You need to give the design allowance to make it stand on its own. Then also we have ease allowance for sewing. That's just to bring about comfort when the person is wearing the outfit, so that the person is not choked up because they're wearing an outfit. So understand design allowance and ease allowance. Also, there's fit issues. You can, if you work with patterns, you can correct any fit issues that can arise based on the kind of style that you have picked. For example, if you're doing a plunging neckline, there's what is called slash and close. Now, is a method where on your pattern paper, you slash an area and you overlap it to close to remove every gaping that can happen when it's being worn. So if you know slash and spread method, you also know slash and close method. Is a pattern drafting technique that can improve your work when applied. So it can correct any fit issue that can occur, but you will correct it before you cut your fabric. It is done on the paper. Now we also have pattern grading. Now this is a process where you can grade your existing block to a higher measurement or to a lower measurement. For example, if you have a standard pattern block and you don't want to recreate a new one for a customer, you can grade your existing pattern block by increasing or decreasing your standard block that you have. And you can use by the measurements, or you can just grade it into, if you know, okay, this block you're using is a size 12, you can grade it higher into a size 14 or grade it lower into a size 10 before you now use to create whatever garment you want to do. Then encourage fitting session. One way to eliminate ill-fitting clothes is encouraging fitting session with your customer, so that when they come around, they fit it. There's always room for adjustment. No, we won't say everybody is perfect. Sometimes you might sew and it's perfect, one fit, but sometimes you might need to adjust, especially when the style that you have picked requires some adjustment on the person when they wear it. So encourage fitting session for your clients. It will go a long way. Then if you're making for foreign clients, you can get a model that has the same shape, or just look for someone that has similar size grade for the person to fit the clothes for you. You will see any possible problem that can arise. Now I'll be showing you how to take full body measurements so that you have a full understanding of how to take good measurements of the measurement. So to take your shoulder measurement, you start from where your arm joins to the body, that angle, to the next angle. So hers is 16. Now don't do this, do on top of the shoulder this way. So that's for the shoulder measurement. Then nape to waist, you see from this part of the neck to where the bump starts coming out, so the break of the back. So hers is 15. Then back length, you see from the shoulder this way to, so we have 16 and a half. So most times is the measurement, if you took this one and you didn't take this, you can just add 1.5 to, or 1 inch, 1.5 or 1 inch to get the next one. So that's on front. So we have our chest measurement. Chest is this way. So chest measurement, and make sure the tape is high at the back also to give you an accurate size. Then bust measurement. So also make it high at the back on the same level. So this. So we have our waist. Now for waist measurement, we have two waists. We have our natural waistline. Okay. And we have our skirt waistline. The natural waistline goes for the blouse, then skirt for the skirt measurement. So a lot of people make mistake and use this skirt waist measurement to be constructing for blouse. You won't have a good fit if you do that. Then we have our hip measurement. So you just go up and down like so. So we have, now her hip is 40, but if you want to pad, I can pad it to 42. So you note the measurement you're padding it into. Then we have our shoulder to under bust measurement. So just right under the bust. Now some people take measurements from here. It's wrong. When you finish that, the problem it gives is that your cup doesn't sit right. It will be jumping. So take your measurement from the closest to point to the neck to under the bust. So you get your under bust, you get your nipple point. So hers is 12.5. Then we have half length. So this same point to the navel point. So you can ask the customer where your navel is. They point it to you and you get that. Where's your navel? Okay. Then blouse length. So blouse length is desired length. Some people like their blouse long, some people like it short. So you can ask the customer for the desired length. And make sure that your tape is passing through the bust, not this way. So that you get an accurate size. Well done. Then gown length. So we have our short gown length, long gown length. Now make sure you tell them to stand on their toe. You see where this tape is now? Stand on your toe. You see where it is now. So if you don't calculate for this extra, and you know the person will still wear heels, the front is also high. Come on. So note those parts. So the gown length, and some people like it flowing, some people like it just their length. So ask those questions. Then for skirt length, just flip your tape rule, stand on your toe. So you see where it was before, go down, you see where the tape is, stand on your toe. So if you don't put the accommodation for this, you have issue. So her skirt length 247. Then you have a sleeve length. So where you start measuring your shoulder, that's where you start from. So let the person tilt their hand a bit, just like this. Turn. Okay. So let the person tilt their hand this way, and you measure. So you have your full length. Then the round sleeve, just go up and down, because sometimes hair can be bigger than hair, so that you don't use hair that is smaller and you end up with a small sleeve. So go up and down and see. It's 13.5. So what else again? Then you can take your neck measurement. Just put one finger in for ease. That's 14.5. Then wrist measurement. Now it's like 7. Now there's a way to cut the sleeve so that you can pass the hand when you're doing a tight fitted sleeve. Then you have your 3/4 measurement. 11. And I think that's it for. Okay, you can have your hip level. So height is 9. Then knee level. So get your exact knee point, 24. Then you minus 3 or 4 to get where your skirt starts flowing from. So that's it.